we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Will get us started with the opening kickoff. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Iowa State's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, in this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
He'll keep it himself. It's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. A lot of ball handling goes on in the option, but after you pull it, you got to make sure you take care of it.
Because you're going to be in the teeth of the defense, right, Reese? I mean, if you pull that football, you're still in the center of the field where all those big D linemen and linebackers are living, so you've got to be extra careful with your ball security.
Looking for a man. It's Marquez. Got the quick pass.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give from the gun. Turning it on. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Cyclones headed quickly to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's talk for a second about Iowa State. For a lot of schools facing the hill they climb, you have to work the portal. But don't sleep on the high school recruiting either, David. They got a good three-star running back just this past week.
Yeah, and you create some excitement, you create some momentum. These are the kind of guys that, man, they come in right away. They got a chance to play. Like, you're telling them the future's going to be bright. We're trying to build something special. We just need you.
Quickly out to the tight end. That'll get the... and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. And the Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Finds his big tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Cyclones kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Quick release on the RPO. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Christensen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. He wants it all. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Those linemen can get a little aggressive sometimes in pass pro, and it'll cost him. Touchdown off the board, and they'll back up 5. And the Cyclones will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quickly complete. Forced out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, and that's the kind of play that can really get a drive going.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Leaves it with the back. On the move at the 30. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Looking for a man, it's Marquez. They're working that left side. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Line gets set, first down. They'll send the back in motion. The snap sets up to throw. They'll run the screen. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
They go to the ground. Fights off a defender. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was second and long. They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got third and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, this offense going to try to run the ball again.
Quarterback making adjustments. From the gun on third down. Catch in the middle. It's Duggar. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, TCU. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Leads it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He's got him. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do once he has it.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. He'll pull it on the read. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Now the play fake. He's got the tight end. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Cyclones moving quickly to the line.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Finds his man. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Quick completion to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Got it set up on the outside. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on third down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Dropping back, it's Marquez. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's going to run it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man to the left. Off to the races. Inside the... And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The pull and throw off the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Cyclones will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Marquez. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Iowa is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Kinnick Stadium, but the black and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Penn State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Cyclones are in the hurry-up. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Using his legs, it's Christensen. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Christensen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Cyclones really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Wood. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cyclones!
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And the Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Marquez. Gonna let it fly. Snatches it on the right. Off and running. The 10. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And the extra point splits the uprights. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell this.
There he goes. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Cyclones will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Looking to throw, it's Marquez. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Complete to the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds a man on the left. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
A strike downfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Horned Frogs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Marquez. Big fella moving. Into the house. Touchdown, TCU! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got his man in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Line is set on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Back to throw, it's Marquez. Snagged in the middle, it's Duggar. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Houston is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by just 4 to BYU. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. The Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Cyclones line up to punt it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Scanning the field, it's Marquez. It's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Horned Frogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll give it to him again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And the Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10.
Music no. Music no. On set. Set high.
Motion from the wide receiver. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Puts it out of the air. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Marquez. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, TCU! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Complete to start this drive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go. Back to pass. He's got his man. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Final play of the quarter coming. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They feed him again. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. They've converted 3rd downs all day long, and now a chance to get a touchdown on 3rd and goal. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Sneaks into the end zone.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched, but here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Marquez. Quick completion on the out. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's caught. It's Duggar. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds inside the 4. Mark it at the 39.
Man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and they're still making big plays. You got to find a way to get a stop, create a turnover, switch the momentum to your side quickly.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and goal. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw. And it's picked off at the goal line.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is... going to forget his first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Back to pass, it's Barry. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the move. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Quick strike complete. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Looking to buy time.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Cyclones will punt this one away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Picks up the 1st down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
Dropping back, it's Woods. Zings it complete to the right. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to barrel in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Quarterback extends the play.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. That's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. And the Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw. It's Barry. Here comes the heat. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. One more play to pad the stats. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit.